morning students. I am Rama Devi, working as a chemistry faculty in Target English Medium School at Tadipur. Today, for 8th class students, in past videos, I clearly explained what is the matter, what are the properties of matter, and how the particles of matter can attract each other. A force of attraction is presented between the particles in particular matter, and also the particles of matter are how small. The particles of matter are how small. Also, we have clearly explained by using 2 or 3 activities. Today, we are going to explain about effect of temperature on change of state of matter. On change of state of matter. How the temperature can be affected when a matter can be changed its state. That is nothing but, for example, solid ice is converted into liquid water. Liquid water is converted into water vapor. Ice is in the solid state, water in the liquid state, vapor in the gaseous state. These are 3 states of matter. How one by one can be changes, and on the states of matter can be changing means how the temperature will be affected. Are you understand? How the temperature can be affected on the change of the state of matter. Nothing but solid it changes into liquid, liquid it changes into gaseous state. Like that. On these states of matter, how the temperature can be affected. Now we are going to discuss about that topic today. Effect of temperature. Effect of temperature on where? On change of the state of matter. Effect of temperature on change of the state of matter. So, how the temperature can be affected on states of matter? On state of matter means the matter can be existed in different states like solids, liquids and gaseous state. One state of matter can be changed into another state of matter. So, on that any temperature can be affected or any pressure can be affected. Today we are going to discuss about only effect of temperature. In next video I am going to discuss about effect of pressure also. Compulsory, these are the 2 main factors which can affect the states of matter from one to another. Okay. By using one activity I will explain this effect of temperature. showing the effect of temperature. This is a glass beaker. These are the ice cubes. What are these? Ice cubes. This is a bulb of thermometer. This is called laboratory thermometer. Upon the laboratory thermometer, a bulb is there. This one. For showing the temperature rise or temperature lower. Okay. This is a glass rod. This is a laboratory thermometer. Bunsen burner. Just stand, chart stand, and etc. Are you understand? This is a diagrammatical representation for showing the effect of temperature on change of the states of matter. So here we have to take an activity. What is the activity means? Simply orally I said compulsory you have to write in your learning notebook. Okay. Take 100 grams of ice cubes in a glass beaker. Take 100 grams of ice cubes in a glass beaker. How many grams? 100 grams of ice in a glass beaker. I'll write just briefly on the board, but orally I can say it clearly. So you must be writing your notebook clearly, neatly. So take 100 grams of ice cubes in a glass beaker. Okay, and take a laboratory thermometer and keep in the beaker which is contact with the ice. Take again I repeated. First point. Take 100 grams of ice cubes in a beaker and take the laboratory thermometer and keep it in the beaker which is contact with must be ice. Okay, like that. Take the laboratory thermometer and keep in the beaker which is must be contact with the ice. The thermometer is must be contact with the ice. And also keep a glass rod in the beaker. And finally, we have to set up the total experiment like this in diagrammatical way. The beaker is must be on one retard stand. This is the mediator. Directly we cannot hit the beaker. That's why we can use the mash or net type on material. This is the mash or net type material. Directly we cannot heat the beaker. Why? Because sometimes higher temperature is there. It can be break up or explode. That's why directly we cannot contact with the flame to the beaker. In middle we have to use some net type material or mash. Okay. So that is this. And Bunsen burner and also one stand. One small stand here. Here it is a dart stand. Okay. So total diagrammatical representation like this. We have to arrange the total apparatus. Now what happened? We have to take what in a beaker? 100 grams of ice in a beaker. And compulsory we keep which one? Laboratory thermometer. So first we have to note the temperature. What happened? Note the temperature. Or record the temperature in your notebook or on paper. Note the temperature or record the temperature, that is initial temperature. Next, what happened? Slowly we heat the ice cubes. Compulsory we apply the flame by using the Bunsen burner. So slowly we heat the beaker which contain the ice cubes. Are you understand? So what happened? What we observe on that time, on that situation when we heat the glass beaker which contain the ice means? What you observe means only one point, that is there is no change in temperature. There is no change in temperature. From ice was converted into water. From ice was converted into water. The starting temperature we can observe carefully. We can note the starting temperature, that is initial temperature. Compulsory we have recorded or we note on our paper or in your book. So we can observe after some time. After we can heat the beaker. After some time you observe there is no change in temperature from initial to next to your observation temperature. Why? Because we apply the flame to the beaker. The ice starts slowly. It was converted into water. Means ice melts and converted into water. When ice melts and converted into water, at that situation, you also once again note the temperature by using the clinical thermometer. You observe carefully initial temperature and next further temperature what we are noted after ice was converted into water. There is no change in temperature. Maximum there is no change in temperature from initial to and ice to water conversion temperature. Are you understand? Why? Because when the temperature was changing starts means when the ice was completely melts into water, and that time only the temperature also change. Are you understand my point? When the temperature will be changed starts, when the temperature can be changes means when the ice was completely melt and converted into water, and that time and further only temperature can be changes from initial to next further conversion. Are you understand? And you also observe, you keep the ice cubes from your refrigerator, take one or two ice cubes and kept into outside of the atmosphere. What happened? After some time, ice was converted into water. Can you apply any temperature there? Can you apply any temperature or flame? No, we cannot apply any temperature. Just we keep it. We kept aside in the nature or atmosphere or outside. Are you understand? That's why there is no maximum changing temperature between ice and water or ice to water conversion. Are you understand? Why? Because here when the change in temperature will be starts means when ice was completely melts into water or when ice was completely converted into water, on that time only the temperature is also changing will be start. Okay, are you understand? And further what happened, what we observe means, so here no change in temperature. You have to know it must be this point. No change in temperature from ice and conversion of ice to water. When the ice was completely melts and converted into water, ice completely melts and converts into water. Onwards or on that situation, we observe the change in temperature. We observe the change in temperature. Are you understand? When ice was completely melts and converted into water, and that situation only we can observe the change in temperature from initial to and further one. Okay. So now we can see what happened when ice was completely converted into water. What temperature when ice was completely melt and converted into water? That temperature what we call is very important for 1 or 2 marks. At which temperature the ice was completely melt and converted into water? That temperature what we are called means that is called melting point of ice. That is called melting point of ice. What is the melting point? What is the definition for melting point means? The temperature at which ice completely melts and converted into water. The temperature at which ice melts and converted into water. That temperature point is known as melting point of ice. What is the melting point? Definition very important for 1 or 2 marks. What is the melting point? Now only I said when ice was completely melted and converted into water, on that situation only we observe the change in temperature level. So the solid ice was completely converted into liquid water. At which temperature the solid ice was converted into liquid water is known as melting point of ice. Okay. At which temperature the solid ice was converts into liquid water. The solid ice was converted into liquid water is called its melting point. Is called its melting point. MP means melting point. Here you know MP means melting point. Are you understand? At which temperature the solid ice was completely converted into liquid water? At which temperature the ice was melted and converted into water? That temperature is known as the melting point of ice or the melting point. We can write simply solid was converted into liquid. For solid what we have taken here example ice. For liquid what we have taken example water. So when the solid ice was converted into liquid water, on that situation that temperature is known as the melting point of ice, that is MP. MP is nothing but melting point of ice. Are you understand what is melting point? At which temperature the solid ice is changing into liquid water is known as the melting point. And also one more important definition. What is meant by the fusion? There is a reverse process for melting point. Reverse definition of melting point. What we are called melting point means ice to water. At which temperature ice was converted into water is known as the melting point. Okay. What is meant by fusion? Fusion is a process. Fusion is a process. The liquid water is changed into solid ice. That process is known as the fusion. What we are called fusion. Fusion is a process. Which process? The liquid water is changes into solid ice. Solid is converted into liquid water is called melting point. Again, liquid water is changes into solid ice is a process is known as the fusion. Are you understand? What is the fusion definition? Liquid water changes into solid ice or conversion into solid ice. Are you understand? Changes into or conversion into, no problem. What also you write, no problem. The solid liquid water changes into solid ice or the liquid water conversion into solid ice. Full stop. The process is known as fusion. The process is known as fusion. I will write shortcut here also. Solid to liquid is called melting point. Here also I will write shortcut. Liquid to solid, that is liquid water to solid is known as the fusion process. Liquid to solid. Are you understand? It is a process that is called fusion. When the liquid water is converted into solid state of the ice is nothing but it is a process that is called fusion. Are you understand? Important. What is meant by fusion and what is the melting point? Melting point is nothing but at which temperature the solid ice is completely converted into liquid water is known as the melting point of ice or melting point. And what is meant by the fusion means the liquid water is conversion into solid ice is known as the fusion. Here, a very important one more point I clearly said to you. When the solid ice was completely melted and converted into water, on that situation, when the particles presented in the ice, that is in the solid state, having lower energy compared to when the particles are presented in the liquid state, that is in the water form, having more energy. Are you understand? The particles presented in the solid state are contain the lower energy compared to the when the particles are presented in the liquid form. Why? Because what is the reason? Because the particles gains energy when conversion of solid to liquid. When conversion of solid to liquid means we applied temperature to the solid ice cubes. We apply the flame or temperature to the solid ice cubes. The solid ice cubes are totally converted into liquid water. So the particles presented in the solid ice and the particles presented in the liquid water, when compared to the both particles which are having the more energy, means the particles presented in the liquid water at the same temperature having the more energy. Why? Because the particles presented in the solid state are gain the energy and converted into the another state of matter, that is the liquid state of water. Are you understand? When the solid was converted into liquid, here the particles are presented in the solid state. These particles are gained the additional energy. These particles are gained the additional energy and converted into liquid particles or liquid form of the matter. So the liquid particles contain the more energy compared to the solid particles. Do you understand this point? Why? The particles presented in the solid state having the less energy compared to the particles presented in the liquid state at the same temperature. They asked one question. Again I repeated the question. Why? The particles presented in the solid state are having the lower energy when compared to the particles in the liquid state at the same temperature. At the same temperature, because the particles presented in the solid state are gains the energy or gains the additional energy and converted into the liquid water. So that's why the particles in the solid state having the lower energy compared to the particles in the liquid state of the water. Are you understand? They gain the additional energy and converted into the liquid water particles. That's why the liquid water particles having the more energy compared to the solid particles. When the solid was converted into water, the particles presented in the water form are more freely moving compared to the solid state of the matter. Already we said in the solid state there is no space between the particles, but in the liquid state there is a space between the particles. When the particles are freely moved from one place to another place, means in the solid state there is no possibility for moving the particles, but in the liquid state of matter there is a possibility to more freely move the particles from one area to another area. Why? Because the solid particles gain the additional energy and converted into the liquid water particles. When solid melts and converted into water, means the solid particles are gaining the energy and converted into the liquid particles, means gains the temperature in the form of heat energy. That heat energy is used for the solid particles to break the forces of attraction between the particles or among them and to conversion of the liquid water. Already in past video I clearly said the forces of attraction acting between the particles. The forces of attraction between the forces of attraction acting between the particles, means a force of attraction is there between the particles. When the force of attraction is overcoming by the particles, when the force of attraction is overcoming by the particles only, how those are overcoming the force of attraction? Because how those are overcoming the force of attraction means when gain the additional energy in the form of heat energy. When the particles are gains the additional energy in the form of heat energy, on that situation only the particles can overcoming the forces of attraction between them. And when the force of attraction between overcoming by the particles, automatically those are freely moved from one area to another area or from one place to another place. Are you understand my point? In the solid state of matter, the particles having the less amount of energy compared to the liquid state of matter. Why? Because the particles in the solid state of matter are gains the energy in the form of heat energy and to overcoming the forces of attraction between the particles and converted into liquid state of matter. In the particles presented in the liquid state of matter are freely moved compared to the particles presented in the solid state of matter. I already said to you, solid means there is no space between the particles, but liquid means yes, there is a space between the particles compared to the solid particles. Are you understand? Yes. So when we apply the flame to the ice cubes, what happened? Ice was completely melted and converted into water. The particles presented in the ice have less amount of energy compared to the particles presented in the liquid water. Why? Because the particles in the ice can gain additional energy and convert it into the water. That additional energy is known as the latent heat of energy. That additional energy is known as the latent heat of energy. Are you understand this point? The particles gain energy when conversion of solid to liquid. Means the particles in the liquid state have more energy compared to the particles in the solid state. That point is important. Having the solid particles have less energy compared to the liquid particles. Are you understand? Okay. Why? Because the solid particles gains the energy in the form of heat energy and conversion into the liquid particles. Liquid particles are more freely moved compared to the solid particles. Okay. That energy, that additional heat energy is nothing but the latent heat energy. Latent heat energy. I will say definition. Yes. Latent heat energy. What is the meaning of latent? Latent, not latest. Latent, L-A-T-E-N-T. Latent heat energy. What is the meaning of this latent heat energy? Nothing but, now only I clearly said, the solid particles gain the some amount of heat energy and converted into the liquid particles, that is water particles. That amount of heat energy which is required to overcome the forces of attraction between the particles is known as the latent heat of energy. The heat energy which is required for overcoming the forces of attraction between the particles, means to overcoming, means to break the forces of attraction between the particles. It can use certain amount of energy. That additional energy is nothing but latent heat of energy. Are you understand? What is the latent heat of energy means? Write in your notebook. The amount of heat energy. The amount of heat energy required. Again I repeat it. The amount of heat energy required to overcome the forces of attraction between the particles. The amount of heat energy required to overcome the forces of attraction between the particles is known as latent heat of energy. And also one more definition according to the same definition. Latent heat of fusion. Latent heat of fusion. Okay. Latent heat of fusion. What we said? Actually fusion means liquid to ice is known as the fusion. Here, a reverse process, latent heat of fusion means the amount of energy required, the amount of heat energy required for conversion of 1 kilogram of solid completely converted into liquid water. The amount of heat energy required to conversion of 1 kilogram of solid, 1 kilogram of solid ice is completely converted into liquid water. Is completely converted into liquid water. Are you understand? Again I repeat it. The amount of heat energy required for conversion of 1 kilogram of solid is completely converted into liquid water is known as latent heat of fusion. Is known as latent heat of fusion. Solid 1 kilogram of solid is completely converted into or melts into water. 1 kilogram of solid is completely melts into water is known as latent heat of fusion. Are you understand? The amount of heat energy required for conversion of 1 kilogram of solid is completely converted into or completely melts into water. Completely melts into water. That is called latent heat of fusion. I will write here what is latent heat energy. Latent heat energy definition. The amount of heat energy required to overcome the forces of attraction between the particles present in the matter energy. The amount of heat energy required to overcome means break the force of attraction between the particles presented in the matter. This is nothing but latent heat of fusion. And this is nothing but latent heat energy. And also latent heat of fusion is also same. The amount of heat energy required to conversion of 1 kilogram of solid is completely converted into or melts into water. 1 kilogram of solid must be you mentioned. The solid is 1 kilogram of solid. That is latent heat of fusion. I write here latent heat of fusion. Latent heat of fusion. In short form I will write 1 kilogram of solid melts into water. 1 kilogram of solid melts into water. At which temperature means the amount of heat energy is required to completely conversion of 1 kilogram of solid to water is known as the latent heat of fusion. Okay. So what happened when ice was completely melted and converted into water? What happened? Still we have to apply more temperature to the water. What happened? From solid to water, already some forces of attraction overcome by the particles presented in the water. Again we applied more temperature to the water. What happened? Means compulsory. The water starts boiling. Is it correct or not? You applied more temperature to the water. What happened? Water starts the boiling or not? Compulsory. So when water starts boiling, at which temperature? Again I repeat. At which temperature the water starts boiling is known as the boiling point of water. Very important. What is BP? BP means boiling point. What is the boiling point of water? At which temperature the water starts boiling? At which temperature the water starts boiling is known as its boiling point. Is called its boiling point. Water boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius. What is the boiling point of water? 100 degrees Celsius. Okay. I already mentioned 2 points. What is the melting point of ice? The melting point of ice is 0 degrees Celsius. 0 degrees Celsius. You remember that point. The melting point of ice is 0 degrees Celsius. And what is the boiling point of ice? 100 degrees Celsius. Okay. So when at which temperature the water starts boiling? At that temperature is called its boiling point. Okay. At which temperature the water starts boiling and converted into water vapor? And converts into water vapor. That point also must be mentioned. I write here. You also write here only. At which temperature the water starts boiling and converts into water vapor. And converts into water vapor. And converts into water vapor. You write this point also. Sorry here. Boiling point means I mentioned here at which temperature the water starts boiling and converts into water vapor is called its boiling point. Is called its boiling point. See there ma, I will write the definition. At which temperature the water starts boiling and converts into water vapor is called its boiling point. Water boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, so already we know at the melting point of temperature, at the melting point at that situation, ice was melted and converted into water. Means the solid was converted into liquid. At which temperature is known as the melting point. So next is the boiling point. At which temperature the liquid starts boiling and converted into gaseous state is known as the boiling point of water. So simply we have have to write. Liquid converts into gaseous state. That is, water starts boiling and conversion into vapor state. That is water vapor. Which vapor? Water vapor. At this temperature is known as the boiling point of water. What is the boiling point of water? 100 degrees Celsius. Now, you can say, I asked you one question, must be you say the answer. I already told, again I repeated. The particles presented in the solid form having less amount of energy compared to the particles presented in the liquid state at the same temperature. At the same temperature. Now you can say, the particles presented in the liquid water contain more or less energy compared to the particles presented in the water vapor state. That is, the particles presented in the liquid form have more or less energy compared to the particles presented in the gaseous form or gaseous state. Now can you say the answer? Yes. The particles presented in the liquid state have less amount of energy compared to the particles presented in the gaseous state. Why? Because the particles gains the energy and conversion of solid to liquid. Again, the particles gain some more amount of energy compare conversion of liquid to gas, that is vapor. Are you understand? So solid was gains the energy and conversion into liquid state. Liquid was gained some more amount of energy and conversion to the gaseous form or gaseous state. So the particles presented in the gaseous state have more additional energy compared to the liquid and the solid form. Here we can say, by taking the example, the particles presented in the water have less energy compared to the particles presented in the vapor state. Are you understand? Why? Because the particles presented in the water state contain taking the additional amount of energy and to overcome the forces of attraction between the particles and conversion of the vapor particles. Are you understand? Like this here. Liquid form. Some forces of attractions are there between the particles. Why? Because some only gap is there. But in the vapor form, like this. These are the vapor form. In the vapor form, the particles having a more gap compared to the liquid. The space is more here. The space is more means the forces of attraction overcome is more. Means they break the forces of attraction between the particles. Which one? Vapor state. In the liquid form, yes, those are also break the forces of attraction. But compared to the vapor state of the matter, the liquid having some forces of attraction. So by taking the more amount of additional energy to the liquid water and to overcome the forces of attraction between them and the conversion to the vapor. That's why the vapor form of the particles having the more amount of energy compared to the liquid particles and compared to the solid particles. Are you understand? They are asking for 1 or 2 marks. The particles presented in the vapor state or gaseous state have more or less energy compared to the liquid and solid. Yes, have more energy compared to the liquid and solid. Why? Because they are taking the additional amount of heat energy for overcoming the forces of attraction between the particles in the form of heat energy. In the form of heat energy. That's why you can say the vapor particles having additional energy compared to the water and solid form. Okay. This is the boiling point. What is boiling point? Means water is converted into vapor. At which temperature the water starts boiling and converts it into vapor state. That is called the boiling point of water. The boiling point of water is nothing but 100 degrees Celsius. And also I said one more point. The melting point of ice is also 0 degrees Celsius. You write the melting point of ice is 0 degrees Celsius. You write this point at the melting point definition only. The melting point of ice is 0 degrees Celsius. But the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Finally, we said, yes, the temperature effect must be there on change of matter from one state to another state. Simply, this total video, simply I said in 3 points only. One is, compulsory temperature can be affected. On change of matter. and change of state of matter. State of matter. So see here, the solid was, that is ice, converts into liquid or melts into liquid, that is water. Simply I said, at which temperature the solid ice was melts and converted into water is known as the melting point. The melting point of ice is 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, the particles presented in the solid state have a less amount of energy compared to the particles presented in the liquid state. Why? Because the particles presented in the solid form are taking the additional amount of energy, and to overcome the forces of attraction means to break the forces of attraction between the particles and convert it into a liquid form. That's why in the solid form the particles are not freely moved, but in the liquid form the particles are freely moved, more freely moved. Liquid converted into gas, that is called boiling point. What is the boiling point of water? 100 degrees Celsius. Means water was converted into vapor. Here I said the liquid, at which temperature the liquid was starts boiling, means water was starts boiling and converted into water vapor, that is known as boiling point of water, that is 100 degrees Celsius. The particles in the water are having less amount of energy compared to the particles in the vapor form. Why? Because the particles gain additional amount of heat energy, and to overcome the forces of attraction between the particles and convert it into vapor form or gaseous state. That's why the gaseous particles having the more amount of heat energy compared to the liquid particles and compared to the solid particles. Okay, this additional amount of heat energy nothing but latent heat of energy. Latent heat of energy, the amount of heat energy which is required to overcome the forces of attraction between the particles is known as latent heat of energy. That's why we can call simply vapor particles having the more amount of heat energy compared to the liquid particles, compared to the solid particles. Are you understand? Simply, briefly we can say this. So by this activity or by this total process or method, we have concluded compulsory a matter can be changed its state. Compulsory can be changed its state. Not all the matter can be changes from solid to liquid, liquid to gas. I already told to you some of the matter are directly changes from solid to gases. Some of the matters are directly changes from solid to gases. Here, ice was converted into water, water was converted into vapor. There, solid was converted into liquid, liquid was converted into gases. 3 states of matter is there. But in some of the matters, there are only 2 states. Solids was directly changes into gases. Examples are camphor, ammonium chloride, and also incense stick. The solid particles are converted into directly gas. There is no liquid state in the medium. Is there any liquid form? Camphor. You burn the camphor, karpuram. You burn the camphor. Is it any liquid state of the gas? Is there? Is any liquid state is there? No. Directly the solid was converted into vapor. Smoke is there. That is vapor. Okay. That type of matters is there. And also not only compulsory 3 states of matter we have to assume. Sometimes we can see only 2 states of matter, solid to liquid or liquid to gas only, or solid to direct to gas. Already I said to you the states of matter which are directly changes into solid to gas. The process is known as the sublimation. What is the process? Sublimation. When the solid was directly changes into gas. I already mentioned this one in past videos. What is sublimation? The solid was directly changes into gas is known as the sublimation process. Example, camphor, ammonium chloride, incense stick, and etc. These are changes directly from solid to gas. There is no liquid state in the middle. So the effect of temperature must be there on change of the states of matter.